Welcome back, everybody, to the Queen of TV channel. Before we get into our intro, let's get a few things out first. Please watch the video to the end and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, there will be cursing and profanity in this video. If that's not your cup of tea, this channel is not for you. Lastly, I'll be giving my honest opinion about everything that happens in the episode and the show as a whole. Without further ado, let's get into the intro. Welcome, everyone. I am your host, the Queen herself, and you are the Prince and Princesses. You are either a subscriber or you are a viewer. Either way, welcome. Today we'll be talking about H2O Season 1, Episode 19, Hurricane Angela. We start the episode off at Cleo's house, and her and Kim get into an argument. Cleo is accusing Kim of damaging her M3 player. Kim denies this, and the fight ends up causing a bunch of insults to come out, and Kim decides to push a wet rag onto Cleo, which obviously Cleo can't get wet because she'll turn into a mermaid. So she runs upstairs to try to dry off. Kim goes to their mom and makes it seem like Cleo is bullying her. They continue to argue and fight when her friends show up to walk to school with Cleo. Before they go, Cleo decides to use her powers by forcing the water in the basin to jump up at Kim. Cleo defends her actions by saying that they don't understand what it's like to live with a sibling. Emma does, however. Ricky is just glad that she's an only child. We meet back up at Cleo's house where they're having dinner and the girls are still fighting. The parents had enough and tell them both to stop and that their cousin Angela will be staying and that they're both prohibited from having any kind of argument. So by the next morning, they prepare for Angela to arrive. And the first time this girl gets here, she starts stirring up trouble. She starts talking badly about Cleo to Kim, and Cleo agrees, and Kim agrees with Angela. She then starts talking bad about Kim to Cleo when she changed her mind about staying in there with Kim and instead sleeps in Cleo's room. Cleo also agrees with what Angela is saying. While Cleo and Dom are talking upstairs, Kim is watching a show on TV. Angela wants to listen to music and look at something else. Kim refuses, so Angela decides to cause trouble. She hides her homework book, and Kim assumes it's Cleo, which causes them to argue, which leads to Dom telling them to stop. While they were up there before Kim even showed up, they were talking about how Cleo has to babysit Angela and Kim, and Cleo did not know what she could do with them two. So Dom says, you got the entire Gold Coast. Do anything. By the time we see Angela, she is downstairs listening to music and watching whatever she wanted to watch. So she got what she wanted in the end. With Lewis's help, because Cleo called him, she takes the girls to the marine park where Angela wants to actually go bodyboarding. Cleo says no, and she instead tells them that they should go on the water slide. Lewis volunteers because, of course, Cleo can't get wet because of her being a mermaid, which obviously she's bummed about. But after 10 times on being wet on this water slide, Lewis gets tired of it, fed up, and decides that he is going home. Cleo is alone with these two girls, and Angela brings up again that she wants to go bodyboarding. Cleo, annoyed because she does not want to babysit them. On top of that, she does not want to go to the beach and does not want to keep hearing Angela bring up bodyboarding. She instead decides they're going to look at the pelicans because her coworker Mitch is there. Angela is very annoyed, and while both of the girls are distracted, she decides to wander off. Kim and Cleo start looking for her, but even Though Cleo has been looking for probably hours, she noticed that Kim is also missing. She goes home where she finds Kim looking at TV. She confronts Kim as to why she left the Marine Park. Kim says she got bored of looking for Angela and they almost get into another fight until Cleo hears a noise upstairs. She goes upstairs to the main bathroom where she finds a pelican inside of a tub of water. She thinks that Kim did it and confronts her about it, but Kim denies everything. They both go back upstairs when they keep hearing noise from the pelican. Cleo will not let Kim in the bathroom, thinking that Kim knew all about this pelican being there and that she's just faking it. Cleo then tries to calm the pelican down, but it still freaks out and she ends up getting wet. Cleo, still upset and still believing that Kim has something to do with it, refuses to let Kim in the bathroom. This confuses Kim and she tells her that Cleo is weird. And Cleo has to call her friends for help. She's able to convince them to help her catch this pelican. Cleo has to keep lying to her parents like everything is fine so they don't know that Angela is missing. They go through a load of shenanigans trying to catch this damn bird. Lewis even steps in some pelican poop. So his shoes are ruined. They finally catch the pelican. Cleo confronts Kim one more time. Still convinced that she did it, Kim gets upset and says, I can never do anything right. Lewis, Ricky, and Emma, however, believe Kim. And after Cleo leaves, they go searching for Angela. Cleo is carrying this big giant box with this giant pelican in it, and people are starting to stare at her. She finally makes it to the Marine Park where she's stopped by Mitch, who looks inside and notices that the bird is injured, and Cleo is in some trouble as she's being accused of taking the pelican from the Marine Park. Mitch does quickly, however, figure out that the pelican is not from the Marine Park and that Cleo had nothing to do with it, so she is not in trouble. Well, Angela is found at the beach, bodyboarding by Lewis, Ricky, and Emma. She tries to act all sweet and innocent, but they're not buying it. She's in a heap's worth of trouble. When Cleo gets back to the house, they tell her that it was actually Angela that did everything. They get it out of Angela that she did the things that she did because she knew that Cleo and Kim hate each other and wanted to play onto that. Cleo denies this and said that, yeah, though they fight, they don't actually hate each other, which means that their relationship isn't difficult, it's just complicated. They both have different interests and they don't like the same things, so they butt heads about it. Angela realizes that she's caught and she tries to get her way out of it, saying that she would do anything to make up for it, but she doesn't know how. Cleo has an idea. So Angela tries to backtrack and says that bodyboarding did tire her out, but Cleo isn't having it. She tells she'll have the energy for this. She takes her to the Marine Park where Cleo lies to Mitch that Angela wants to help clean up the pelican poop in the pelican pen. Angela is disgusted and grossed out, but you know what? It's better than having to explain to two adult parents and her own parents why she did the things that she did. So she does what she's told. It seems that Cleo and Kim are on good terms. Kim even buys Kim a M3 player as a way of an apology. But Kim apparently decides that she's going to take it back because it's the wrong color, making Cleo feel that Kim is ungrateful. They get into another fight, which causes their parents to go eat somewhere else. And the episode ends there. So let's talk about it. In my review, I don't like Angela whatsoever. I cannot fucking stand this girl. Like, if I had to pick out of all the villains on the show that I hate the most, I shouldn't say hate, dislike the most, Angela would be number one because it's hard to find anything likable about this kid. She is so damn spoiled. She thinks that she's entitled to have things her way or no way. That I feel like she was given a light punishment than what she should have been given. But you know what? I digress. This is H2O. Is anybody really punished for the things that they do? Not really. Let's talk about Cleo and Kim's relationship. They both don't hate each other, but I do firmly believe, and I've mentioned this before, they have a difficult, complicated relationship. They have two different things to one another, and they clash over it. But I feel like they both had some fault in the situation. They did give Angela a lot of ammunition to use against them. Cleo especially, because I feel like Cleo has done nothing but accuse Kim a lot in this episode, with the whole breaking her M3 player and then the whole thing with the pelican. And she did all of this without any evidence of Kim actually doing this. So it makes me think that Cleo thinks the worst of her sister, and Kim is somewhat jealous of the fact that Cleo can get away with a lot of things because she's the oldest. And that makes her want to be attention seeking of her parents' attention. So I can understand why their relationship can be very difficult. Now, this is very realistic because a lot of older and younger siblings are like this. The older sibling expect a lot out of the youngest. So when something goes wrong, they of course assume it's them because who else could it be? I can see why she thought Kim did it with the pelican and not Angela, because one, they could not find Angela, and two, Kim is the only one in the house. How could she have not noticed nor heard that there was a pelican upstairs? So I can see how she got blamed for the situation. Now, on the subject of the parents, I can understand why they are fed up with their kids arguing and how they gave them this rule that they could not get into no fights while Angela was there. But I just feel like they are not trying to mediate their kids properly. This whole they have to talk it out like adults. Kim is 11, going on the age of 12, and Cleo is 16. They are not adults. They cannot talk this out as adults. This is a child and a teenager. The parents are supposed to come in here and have them sat down and talk about what they think of each other and why they're fighting, instead of letting them handle it themselves. I understand you're trying to instill important values in your children, but those values don't work in certain age demographics well. But again, I digress. I don't blame Lewis for being fed up with everything that happened at the water park, because I would too. Like, at this point, your skin is probably itchy and you're soaking wet. So, yeah. Angela just got off too light. Like, there's nothing much you really could talk about this episode. It is just basically Cleo and Kim fighting for no reason, and Angela, like, doing all these different shenanigans, all because she can't get what she wants. It makes it so hard for me to watch this damn episode because it's so fucking frustrating that I really do not have a lot to talk about it. So, this is probably going to be a very short video. So, what do you guys think about Hurricane Angela? Do y'all like this episode? Do y'all not like this episode? Give me your opinions on it. But other than that, really, I have nothing good to say about the whole episode, I can say this. That scene with how that pelican was giving all them a run for their money, that four people couldn't catch one damn pelican, and he kept breaking shit. Like there was so much stuff being knocked over. They went through hell trying to catch that bird. That part about Lewis where he said, I got poo on my shoe, that was funny. And I do like that small heart to heart with Kim and Cleo, but then that doesn't last very long. But other than that, there really was a lot in this episode I just could not enjoy. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the content, let me know what you guys thought about the episode once you watch the episode fully. Please watch the episode fully and then come back to this video and then tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What would you rank this video in? Your favorites or your least favorites? Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys have a blessed day and a wonderful day. If no one's told you this today, I'm telling you, I love you. But I'll see you guys in the next one because you already know this ain't the last time we're going to see each other. Until then, bye, guys.